It's the year 202 BCE, and two of history's greatest generals are battling to dominate the ancient world. Hannibal of Carthage against Rome's Scipio. Tonight, a team of wrestlers
Get them to do a big swing round behind the Romans.
take on a team of board game enthusiasts.
We have them. We have them.
You are getting surrounded. They are going to fight each other in a virtual rerun of the historic Battle of Zama. Rome takes on Carthage in an epic do-or-die struggle. Can history be rewritten? The fate of two great civilizations hangs in the balance. Which one will emerge as the ruler of the Mediterranean world? This is Time Commanders. Hello and welcome to Time Commanders, the show that brings military history to life, resurrects the mightiest generals of all time, and reruns the greatest battles ever fought. We've brought together a team of experts familiar with every ancient weapon known to man, and a military historian who brings years of experience advising governments and armies on strategy. And at the heart of it all is the engine that brings our ancient battles to life, based on detailed historical research and factoring in everything from terrain to fitness and morale. Tonight, from London, we have three historical board game enthusiasts. James, Dan and Peter, welcome.
Thank you.
So, you guys think you know about military history?
Wouldn't want to presume anything, but...
I like to think we would. I mean, I'm a history teacher, so if I don't know about the history, I'm in a bit of trouble with my students when this airs.
And from Glasgow, we had three guys who are no strangers to battle because all three of them are wrestlers. Ali, Ross, Gary, welcome to the show. Wrestlers. So no one's going to want to face you in a fight.
Don't fancy their chances, no.
Wouldn't it be a good idea?
If it does go wrong, will you be tempted to chuck somebody on the floor?
That's always an option.
Yeah.
Do you seriously want to do battle with wrestlers?
Not physically.
Teams, tonight you will be fighting the Battle of Zama. After decades of fighting, this is the battle that will decide who rules the Mediterranean world for centuries to come. Rome takes on Carthage in one of the most significant battles of the classical period. We've tossed a coin to decide which team will embody the fighting spirit of which army. Ali, Ross, Gary, you three will be Carthage. A power on the rise, a mercantile civilization that has military aspirations. That means James, Dan and Peter, you will be Rome. You're used to being the alpha dog in the pack with no time for uppity pups. You're Carthage, and that means your general is a tactical genius, known to some as the father of strategy, Hannibal. Having promised his father he'd spend his life fighting Rome, by the Battle of Zama, Hannibal has created havoc all around the Western Mediterranean. Who has the strategic skills to step into this great general's sandals?
That would be me.
You?
Yep.
Are you the best wrestler of the three?
The most
I don't know.
experienced.
Most experienced, yeah.
Right, OK. And is that how you've made this decision?
It was kind of a team effort.
decision.
Yeah, it was a group decision. We all spoke about it, so...
All right. If you are our Hannibal, of course, that means you are Hannibal's captains, OK? You got it in you?
Yeah,
Yeah, like fault.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what, there's a steely look in your eyes. OK, Roman, so that means that you are Hannibal's nemesis, a general who stands proudly in the pantheon of Rome's greatest ever generals, Scipio. Scipio is famed as a gifted general and tactician, and this battle is personal for him too. His father died in battle against Carthage a decade before Zama. Who can take on the role of protecting Rome?
For the glory of my ancestors.
You?
Yes.
Does he look like a leader to you?
Sounds like one. He sounds like one, certainly, and he assumes he is one, so...
But before anyone draws first blood, we'll meet our two resident experts, Dr. Lynette Nussbacher and Mike Loades.
Greg, the Roman general Scipio has been fighting the Carthaginians all over Europe and he's now ready to take the fight across the Mediterranean to North Africa to fight the Carthaginians in their homeland and destroy them as a threat to Rome.
And Carthage has recalled Hannibal. Hannibal is a hero in Carthage, and he is the nemesis of Scipio. He fought Scipio's father. He fought Scipio in Spain. These two men have a shared destiny, and now Hannibal is being brought back for a final standoff, and a defeat at home, he will be finished.
With the city of Carthage itself under threat, Hannibal has no choice but to hurry home from Italy. We've got, then, Scipio coming from Rome to Sicily, Sicily to Carthage itself. And, guys, help me out here. We expect the battle to be roughly there.
Sort of near modern-day Tunis.
Yeah, OK. Fair enough. Got it? Great. Now, before we send you headlong into battle, each team gets to fight a skirmish, a smaller engagement of the sort that might have taken place ahead of the main battle. To help you with your skirmish, we'll visit our field team, who will show you some of the weapons of the time and how they were used. The outcome of this won't affect the battle, but the skills our teams learn here should help.
Slings and javelins were the weapons of skirmishers, light troops that engaged at the start of a battle. The velites were young men, keen to win fame and glory. They wore wolfskins to mark themselves out. They were Rome's wolf cubs. Now, they carried a handful of javelins to hurl at the enemy.
You can't ignore this. You have to defend against it. So you're throwing at their face, they've got to bring the shield up. And in bringing the shield up, one of my mates is going to throw low.
So it's doing what all skirmishers do. It's keeping the enemy pinned down, preventing them from forming up correctly. Meanwhile, we're coming on apace. It's a good idea not to throw away your last javelin. You may need it in the battle.
Indeed, hand-hand. And that's why the velites carried the shield. Surprisingly effective.
And on Hannibal's side, the skirmishers were slingers. The best slingers came from the Balearic Islands, Mallorca, Minorca, Ibiza, etc. And they were famous throughout the ancient world for their prowess with a sling. Well, as weapons go, it is about as simple as it gets. It's just a piece of rope.
It is, but it extends the lever of my arm, making my throw much more powerful. And the most important thing is the ammo. And the ammo was as big as this. Would you like one of these in your face?
Not a great deal. That would hit you with some power, wouldn't it?
And what about if you're attacked by enemy skirmishers?
Well, then they retreat. They're not designed for close combat. They are strictly non-contact troops.
Your slingers will be really vital for you, Carthage, but be careful not to squander them in close fighting.
Carthage, Mike's here to explain how your skirmish is going to work.
So you are going to have to defend a little village. You've got 4 units of Balearic slingers, just 2 cavalrymen, so who can, scout about and have a look. And you've got some heavy infantry. These are guys with a shield and a big curved sword called a falcata. It's a really good, crunching, heavy, get in there and mix it up kind of weapon. So they're pretty tough guys. Romans are coming towards this village. It's going to be a surprise to find you there, but if they do find you, they've got superior forces, so you need to be a wee bit canny. You can use the streets and hide and get around, so stealth would be something to think about.
Try and stay alive.
That's all you have to do. you have to stay alive, is really the thing, and kill as many of them as you can.
You can see the buildings here, can't you? Look. All right, it's obvious, all right? And here is, of course, where you are, right? That is you. Over here are your enemy, those Romans, all right? And they're going to be heading towards you. You've got to protect that town. Hannibal, you're the general, so you need to set the strategy here, OK? You'll be positioned here to do that. To ease Gary in as Hannibal, he'll only have 1 captain at a time to command, so Ross and Ali will take it in turns to control their troops. Captains, you'll be down in the field with the operators. The operators will turn your commands into actions, but there will be a lot going on. So good luck. Right, good. Let's bash the Romans. Take your positions. First up, Captain Ross.
Ross,
Yeah.
they don't know we're here. So when they're coming down the middle here, I want to position our troops at either side of this village, of the houses. So on the outside, even some on the waterfront here.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. So when they come in down the middle, we can then come round and flank them and create a really, really tight container, and we savagely maul them.
So, to savagely maul the Romans, General Gary is going to send his Carthaginian troops to hide among the buildings, hoping to ambush the enemy once they're in the centre of the town. Of course, that relies on the Romans walking straight down the main street. They're coming. I can see them coming. Can you?
Ross, can we get those troops moved?
As they come into this village here, the slingers are going to attack.
Gary is making a very sensible plan. He's straight there with decision-making.
Don't give them any form of escape at all.
If it works, he's got it.
What happens if the Romans don't do what you think they're going to do and walk straight down the middle of the high street?
Look at our plan B.
Plan B. Right.
What if you hide behind that building there and then go diagonally and attack them that way?
Is this an ancient game of hide and seek?
Pretty much.
Ali is a real presence down there. He's getting involved with his general. And that'll be great as long as Gary is prepared to exercise his command and control over what actually happens.
Is this just my scout up here, Ross?
Yeah, on the hill.
That's just a scout, right?
Oh, that's clever. Look at that.
Scouts up on the hill, yeah. Scouts on the hill, that's good. They're away from the village. They're not saying there's any presence in the village.
So when they come in, we can attack.
You realise the Romans aren't going to wait for you to be positioned, don't you?
No, no.
Right, Captain, swap over. Next up, Captain Ali.
The only thing I would maybe say is these slingers here on the left near the coast, like right next to the water, they look as if they could be easily seen as they're approaching. I mean, I would see that.
They're already slinging.
We're already slinging.
They're already slinging. They are slinging.
They announced their presence too early. They gave the game away. They ran out of patience.
Right.
Now, look, it's safe to say the Romans now know you're there,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. So they're not going to walk straight into this.
No.
Let them think. No, but let them think that that's who they're only fighting right now. They don't know about these ones on the right.
The slingers on the shoreline have blown their cover, but Gary still hopes he can use the rest of the troops he's hidden around town to spring his trap.
Can I have the infantry? Ali, see the infantry at the 5 o'clock position? Get them to do a big swing round behind the Romans. We need to bring the slingers round
Gary,
back here.
infantry and the attack.
Yeah, infantry.
Things are heating up. We've got battles on both sides of the main street now, and the team's being forced to react quickly. OK, we've got two little battles going on here, right? You've got slingers on the left. What is that on the right? Is that slingers on the right as well?
Slingers on the right as well. Bring this infantry round. That's it.
Despite giving their position away earlier than planned, those slingers on the left-hand waterfront are proving exactly why they were a feared force all around the Mediterranean. Captain, swap. On the left-hand side there, you've routed the Romans. You've now got slingers with nothing to do.
Yeah, bring them round and flank the ones that are chasing my infantry. Right? It'll surprise them.
Gary's quick to reinforce his infantry, who are taking a pounding from the Romans in the square.
That's it right there. Yeah, that's good.
Smart decision.
Look at that flexibility.
Yes. What the slingers have got, they have got mobility. They can whip round that other side very quickly.
That's right.
Much more mobile than the Romans.
Ross, can you see the big screen?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I want attack. They're getting attacked from both sides here.
Right, so there's a serious fight going on there. It looks like the Romans are just about to run away. You've now got another fight going on further up the hill.
Yeah, definitely.
Fine.
Run away, so.
Right.
Bring those slingers in as much as you can. The ones that were just moving, bring them in. Let's compress them.
OK, you've got the Romans are routing. The Romans are routing all over the field.
Rome is on the run. That doesn't often happen.
They've taken some heavy losses, but Hannibal and his Carthaginians have won the battle in the town. But his men in the field to the north are in serious trouble. Your troops are getting annihilated there.
Yeah, we need to get over there. They're trying to bring their forces together, guys. They're trying to regroup. I want to split the troops round either side of these set of houses here. So I want one coming from the left, one coming round to the right.
This might be Gary's final roll of the dice. Can his men encircle the remaining Romans before they have a chance to rally?
Just got to fight it out, guys, now. Bring the scout back.
You might do this. You might do this.
Keep fighting,
You
guys.
might actually do this. Come on! Your scout's having a go as well.
Yeah, let's go.
You've done it. The Romans are routing. Very well done. It's not the most skillful battle I've ever seen, but it might be the bravest.
Good job,
well
guys.
done. What a performance from our wrestlers. They took on and beat a larger force of Romans. A good result for them to take into the main battle later.
What I thought was really interesting was the way you guys grew as a team in only a very few minutes. At the beginning, Ali, you were right here beside Gary, your general. You were almost competing with him for who is going to run the show.
Well, I didn't actually mean that. That's what it came across, sorry.
Once you figured out a role for yourself, you did it brilliantly.
Yeah.
Absolutely brilliant.
The thing that irritated me the most was starting to sling a little bit early. You announced where you were earlier than you needed to.
Yeah, we should. I was wanting them to come in more, and then all of a sudden we started firing, which, you know, it's a bit of a letdown.
I said I might have messed that one up.
So it's interesting because what I'm getting from you is it was nobody's decision to start shooting. And as a result, they had a fighting chance. And because the Romans are the Romans, they took their fighting chance.
Yeah. However, you took on the might of Rome and give them a good wrestling kicking.
Yeah.
More from our field team now. This one involves weapons and techniques that will feature in the Roman skirmish. So don't blink.
Every legionary soldier was armed with a gladius, the famed Roman short sword.
Combat training was a daily practice.
You see how they're moving around it. They're developing their footwork. They're using their shield as an offensive weapon. And that was key to the Roman legionary fighting system.
Legionaries used both the shield and the gladius, the twin pistons of the Roman war machine.
The Roman army was famous for its disciplined formation. Shield wars crunching across Europe and North Africa. You didn't want some young Avago jumping out of line, breaking it all up just for a bit of individual glory. Hold the line. Discipline was everything. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1.
In order to hold formation, the Roman legionary only used short thrusts. Wild blows would risk breaking the line. A short thrust was enough to take a man out of action. They were also pushed back with powerful shield strikes.
This is the Roman war machine in action. A relentless meat grinder.
No matter how disciplined, all formations break up eventually. It was then that the gladius could be used more freely, adapted to the demands of individual combat.
Even against a spear, which has got obviously advantage over me in terms of reach, I'm going to get out the way. But if I can close his line, then it's not a bad little tool. To hold a gladius, to feel its weight and balance, is to realise that this is an all-purpose slash, thrust and punch weapon, as versatile in a tight spot as it was as the teeth of the Roman front line.
So here we are on the Roman side of the battlefield. Mike, from gladius, we get gladiator, don't we?
We do. Gladiator simply means swordsman.
Here's Lynette with the details of your skirmish.
Gentlemen, you are coming into an enemy-held village in North Africa. It's held by a reasonably chunky force of Carthaginians, and you are bringing into it a reasonably chunky force of Roman infantry. The force you're taking into that town is going to be part Triarii, that is the grizzled old veterans of the Roman army, the hard men at the back, and in front of them, you're going in with the Principes. That is the main line of Roman infantry, the slightly younger guys, the slightly hungrier guys, and the guys who are a little bit quicker on their feet. You haven't got cavalry support. You haven't got your light forces to go and skirmish in front of you. They've already been stripped away from you. You need to go into this town and make it your own.
So this is just a full-on infantry against infantry, big, meaty fight.
Well, this is a full-on infantry against somebody in that town meaty fight.
Fine. Time, commanders, to your positions, please. Let's do battle. Come on. Taking on the captain's role first is Peter.
Moving both units forward, keep the Triarii just slightly behind. Engage them and watch the flanks.
James is going straight for it with a full frontal assault, although he is worried the town's defenders might try and attack him from the sides.
Should we run into them, or do you think save the stamina?
Well, wait for their charge.
Okay, then.
They're getting into a committee now. It's like, I can't make the decision, what do you think? So that's always a little bit dangerous in this sort of operation, because once things start happening, there's no time for that sort of chat.
Peter, you're being given quite a bit of responsibility here. How do you feel about that?
Fairly well about it. I'm just concerned about the flanks coming in. But if I can just get them to march in a straight line towards the enemy and hit them with swords, that would probably work.
Get the Principes running forward, please. Triarii behind.
Okay, Principes start running. Do we want the Triarii running?
Yes.
Too much thinking time there. James and his team are steaming in, but they've not got the full picture.
The Carthaginians are set up here with a big killing box and a force of infantry ready to tempt the Romans in. The Carthaginians are now moving back further into the town. They're going to try to suck the Romans deeper into that town and tear them to pieces.
You're going to engage them?
Absolutely. Halt when in javelin range, give me a volley, and then close.
Finally, the Romans launch their attack. They've taken the bait, giving the Carthaginians the chance to attack the Roman rear, slamming their trap shut. You're getting surrounded! You are getting surrounded!
Look, one unit of the Principes pulled out and engaging on the right flank, if you please.
Principe. Can we engage these? Thank you.
You're getting mullered in the middle there. You are getting mullered in the middle.
Okay.
Right. Change captains! Change captains! Next up, Daniel.
Changing captains, I think they'd do better to change generals.
Is this going how you planned?
This is exactly how it works.
You planned on being surrounded in the cool charge.
Absolutely, we've got them right where we want them. Principes in the town, 3 units, how are we looking? All of them
We're
engaged?
getting surrounded pretty badly, actually.
Surrounded badly?
And in circle, okay.
And it's not just in the main square that the Romans are in trouble. James has left his Triarii outside the town, and they're under attack too. You've got 2 fights going on here. I'm not sure you're winning the fight outside the town.
What's my priority?
Both. 2 units of Principes engaged in that combat. Take one out, tell it to engage the cavalry, please.
Bit late to engage it. Oh, I think it's engaged you, mate.
That's going to hurt.
It's engaged you.
The Triarii have held their ground, which Triarii do. The old Roman expression, the last hope is in the Triarii. If they're told to hold, they'll hold.
That's right.
Your troops are doing quite well outside the town.
Absolutely, they're Triarii. They know what they're doing.
Those Carthaginian units are about to rout.
I'm aware. Thank you very much. You're incredibly helpful, sir, and I'm incredibly appreciative of it.
Is this what you expected?
What James yelling at me? Yeah, that's about what it is. Yeah.
And all 3 units of Triarii, let's march together.
So bring the 3 at the back of the middle, yeah?
Throw them into the centre. Let's
So your best troops are coming into the town.
Everything in now.
The Triarii have survived the Carthaginians' cavalry attacks. Now James is committing everything he has to the fight in the town.
The Romans will finally have all of their combat power together, which they should have had all along.
Yes.
This is the pivotal moment for you, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Change captains, swap over.
Swap them over.
Right.
Thank you very much.
If you don't finish the Carthaginians in front of you, they're going to finish you from behind, aren't they?
Absolutely, yes.
There's an elephant.
An elephant?
Oh my God!
No one told me about elephants. There's an elephant. That elephant has just built a motorway through your unit.
That it has, but it's only one elephant.
Only one elephant, they cried, but look what it's doing.
It's coming back! Look out!
Right.
Jump
Can we do anything about the elephant?
We can't.
Right, now you've got more Carthaginian units.
What do you want me to do with this?
Okay, the middle unit in the middle. If it can be turned around,
back. It's too late. They've been charged. And the right are getting charged as well.
Yes. The Triari have routed.
Turn them around and fight.
Triari have routed. You are now surrounded.
Triari have gone, so where's the hope now?
Oh, cavalry now!
Well, you know, I didn't see that coming. In retrospect, maybe I should have remembered the cavalry, but, you know, let's take the positives from this.
Is that another Roman unit routing?
Yeah, it is.
What can I do?
Well,
Give me orders. Give me instructions.
Peter, how are you feeling?
Defeated.
Everybody's gone!
And so it ends with a whimper.
Oh, dear.
Dun, dun, dun.
Oh, dear.
Well.
It's all a bit quiet, isn't it? Not the result the Romans were after. They fell into the Carthaginian trap and just could not deal with that elephant. That has got to worry them as they approach the main battle.
Ooh. 3 generations of Scipios are looking down at the people who wrote off our Roman legion, and they're not impressed.
When Peter asked you, what shall I do, you said, how are you feeling?
Yes, I did.
Wonderful compassion, but not terribly military.
Well, morale is important.
It is. So you're assuming that you're going to live to fight another day. You're assuming that that wasn't annihilation.
Exactly so.
The elephant rather surprised you.
Well, how would you recommend one deals with an elephant?
You stick spears into them.
And it then runs rampaging and angry into its own men. So it is something you can turn against the other side. We are at Zama. Be aware of the elephant in the room.
Did Scipio let you down a little bit there?
I think we could have probably moved a unit from the back up to the front, but hindsight 2020, so...
Yeah, but it's kind of your job, though, wasn't it, to report that?
It was, so I let him down as well.
I was innocent in all of this.
I made the error there, and these guys did an excellent job.
Well, that's a very honourable admission, but you all worked very hard, and it still could have gone either way.
Teams, you've now seen each other in action. I wonder, does this now make the Carthaginians favourites, or...?
Well, they have got Hannibal on their side.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Powerful card.
Anything you particularly admire, or...?
The fact that they were able to win.
Oh, yeah, that was quite impressive.
Are you sure, both teams, that you've got the command structure right?
Yeah, definitely. I think learning from the skirmish, things like communication and stuff and commands, you know, I think we've got our own wee system now.
Do you have the right Scipio?
I think we might, but he might need to work on his communication and some of his tactics.
Your general, you think he needs work on his communication and his tactics, so what is it he's got? A nice shirt?
Certainly. He's got a loud voice as well, which helps in generalships.
We can fill in the communication problem. We can assist with the tactics by just sharing ideas.
Would you mind stepping down and one of them took over?
Oh, I'd rather like another crack to redeem myself.
Right, OK. So you're going to stay with the Scipio you got?
I'll never let it see the end of it otherwise.
Fair dues, fair dues. Let's go to our field team one more time to have a look at a staple of Roman warfare.
This is the pilum, the specialised spear of the Roman legionary. They carried 2, one for medium to short range and a heavier one for very short range.
It's actually quite awkward to throw. I mean, compared to a sports javelin, it doesn't go very far.
No, and it's not a range weapon, it's a shock weapon.
And, of course, it could be used as a pike.
There are many instances ambushed by cavalry. A small detachment of legionaries suddenly make a tight formation. Out goes the pilum. It must have looked like an angry, spiky hedgehog.
But, I mean, principally, it's a throwing weapon. Either to break an enemy's charge, or for us, just before the legionaries close.
Yeah.
This shield represents a barbarian horde.
Right.
Andrew, did you do the honours?
Really? Always a pleasure.
Thank you. We might want to back off.
Wow, you can see here that it's broken on impact, and it was designed that way so it couldn't be reused by your enemy.
And another thing, it's gone straight through the shield, so the shield's now completely useless. It's jammed into the ground. The guy behind here is going to have to drop it if he's still alive.
He has used the enemy's momentum against it, because the harder they run at us, the harder that pillar is going to strike. The most important thing for a Roman army was to maintain formation, and the pilum was an essential weapon to prevent the tide of an enemy army from breaking its walls.
Now the time for training is over. Soon our teams will take to the battlefield, going head-to-head against each other in the Battle of Zama itself. So before we get to the fight, Mike and Lynette, can you set the scene for us, please? What do we know about the battlefield?
Well, as you can see, it's on a flat desert plain. There's no real topographical features to worry about. A few stands of scrubby trees, but nothing there.
Perfect battlefield, would you say?
Perfect battlefield for cavalry. Cavalry can move very fast on a plain. They can get, they can get around your flanks, they can get behind you. The Numidian cavalry, who are the elite cavalry at this time, who have been fighting with Hannibal throughout his Italian campaigns, they have defected largely over to Scipio. Scipio has made Massinissa king of Numidia, and in exchange, Massinissa has brought his wonderful cavalry in support of Scipio. Hannibal has a few remnants, but the cavalry advantage lies with the Romans.
The Carthaginians, as a pan-Mediterranean empire, draw skills in from all over the known world. So they've got people who are very good at fighting on a broad open space, just like those cavalry. That's going to make this a real contest. And the Carthaginians have also got Gauls from France. They've got Celto-Iberians from Spain. But it means that they've got solid infantry, just like the Romans.
And when you're talking about Roman infantry, you've got to keep in mind that the Romans had a very special way of deploying them. So let me have somebody young and good-looking. You come along with me, and you can join with Peter, and you two are here, and you are the Hastati. You are the youngest of the Romans, full of verve and eagerness, but not very experienced, OK? You are in the front line, armed with a shield and a sword and a pilum. You are the Principes, OK? So you are senior to them, you are more experienced, you are more virile, you are tougher, you are armed in the same way, and you are Principes prior, and I'm afraid you are the posterior. You, tough, grizzled, hard boys, the Triarii. The last hope is with the Triarii. So you are armed with a long hasta, a long spear. You can stand and take anything. Everything relies on you if it gets tough. Now, what you can notice is we can move between them. So you can move to the front, and you two can move back, and you get a breather. So you get all this interchange. You can move over to the side, you can move into... So you have this ability. That's called a maniple. Every handful of men can move around in blocks. Very important that you hold formation as Romans.
So we've got a flat, featureless plain just outside the city of Carthage. Rome's Scipio wants to use his legendary infantry formations and his cavalry superiority to take the city. On the opposite side of the field, standing in the way, is Hannibal, with his multinational force of infantry, slingers, and war elephants. Now you need to get to know the troops at your disposal. Have a good look at what forces you have and how they're arranged, please.
What have we got?
Right, so we've got 2 Numidian cavalry.
We've got the four elephants.
Do you think we could use some of these trees as an advantage?
There were two competing aggressive powers in the Mediterranean basin, Rome and Carthage, but only one was going to go on to formidable greatness.
Horse archers or heavy cav?
Horse skirmishers.
The Mediterranean basin was the Roman world. Africa starts at the Sahara. Above the Sahara is part of the European world. The Mediterranean is a uniter of that world, and it was bustling with trade, and that economic prosperity is what they were all playing for.
Have you got a fair idea of what you've got there?
Yeah, we have elephants, we have cavalry, infantry, we have slingers, and we have scouts.
Hannibal fought the Romans for 16 long years, and he had a lot of success. He brought elephants over the Alps to attack the Romans in Italy, and that really scared the Romans.
Do you know what it is you've got, Scipio?
3 lines of infantry. Hastati, then Principes, then Triarii.
All in the middle?
All in the middle.
Numidian cavalry.
Absolutely. They're the game winner.
Scipio's father was one of the generals in charge of stopping Hannibal as soon as he came over the Alps. He then saw defeat at battles like the Trebia and Cannae. Scipio, as a youngster, saw these defeats. This was a personal grudge match that had gone on for 16 years. Now, Scipio was determined to take it to the homeland. It was do or die.
So, the Romans, led by James, have 6 units each of Hastati, Principe and Triarii, and twice as many cavalry units as Carthage, led by Gary. But they have 4 units each of war elephants and cavalry, and a strong force of mixed infantry, including slingers.
Cool, thank you.
Right, teams, you have now got a chance to recce the enemy's position, OK? Off you go scouting, but remember, if you do come into contact, you may well be fired on.
They've got 4 units of elephants at the front.
Slingers.
Yeah, so the camera will follow.
And let me know. Now, can we
have a sneak peek?
See many slingers?
Slingers,
I see slingers on the flanks and
there's slingers at the front. They've got 2 units of them.
I haven't yet heard these captains report back to their general about what they can see. They're chatting to their operators about what they're saying, but no one's reported back. He can't be forming a plan.
And Gary's not demanding anything from them yet, is he?
Ah.
Oh, that scout's just gone straight past us.
Excellent, I can see him.
Now that both sides have seen what they have to fight with and what they're up against, can hometown boy Hannibal stop Scipio reaching the city of Carthage? Or can Scipio come back from that disastrous skirmish and lead his Romans to victory? Right, stop! Stop! So, teams, this is it. And Hannibal, Scipio, my generals, it's getting real now. You need to command not 1, but 2 captains at once now. But if it all gets too much, each of you can call a timeout, all right? That's a chance for the generals to get their captains and the experts around the table to discuss the battle's progress. Absolutely. But when it's gone, it's gone. So use that timeout well. So it's finally time for the main event. It's the year 202 BCE all over again. Rome and Carthage are competing for dominance in the Mediterranean world, and they've been tussling for years. It's time to settle the dispute with a right good Barney. Let the battle commence. Go! Let's fight!
Let's go. Okay. So the 2 sets of spears.
Yep.
Can we have them?
Hannibal, talk to me. What's your plan?
I don't know. Plan a lot is to try and maybe let them come at us a little bit more.
OK.
Because they seem like, from the skirmish, they kind of like do it. Quite like these trees over here. I know it's flat.
You love your ambush, don't you, mate?
Yeah,
You're a real sneaky fighter. And try and envelop them again.
Yeah.
Leading the Carthaginian forces as Hannibal is Gary. He's going to try and pull the same trick as in his successful skirmish by hiding his cavalry in the trees and waiting to ambush the Romans.
Let them tie themselves.
What are you doing?
Waiting for them.
Really?
Yeah.
You're waiting for them? Leading the Roman forces as Scipio, James has decided to go on the defensive, waiting for an attack from Carthage, one that might not be coming anytime soon.
The Romans might be forgetting that what they need to do is defeat this Carthaginian army and crack on to Carthage. And the Carthaginians might be forgetting that they need to wipe out this threat to their home city as fast as possible. They're both sitting there forgetting that they are here with a job to do.
For the Carthaginians, Ali is in charge of the infantry forces, while Ross looks after the mounted forces and the all-important slingers. For the Romans, Peter is in charge of all of Scipio's infantry, while Daniel is commanding all of the cavalry.
Dan, take 1 unit of range cav, 1 unit of heavy cav from the right flank, bring it over to the left, reinforce. I want a superiority there. Have them ready to kill that unit of scouts.
All your cavalry to the left to face all their cavalry on the right.
Yes.
So at some point there's going to
outnumber their cavalry.
At some point there's going to be a massive cavalry clash.
Absolutely.
Both generals are rearranging their cavalry in preparation for the battle. So they're facing each other out on the Roman left. And that's as exciting as it's going to get for now. that both teams want to fight a defensive battle.
Yeah.
So they're going to stand across that desert plain looking at each other.
Yeah. They don't know what to do, so they're waiting for the other person to do something so they can react.
They're coming down, and if they want to attack first, then you know what? Then
50 yards, no more.
James, am I bringing these guys back?
Not yet. Daniel?
Yeah.
Cavalry on the left flank, all of it.
Yeah. Advance with the...
Very slowly, now to the left.
Yes!
Do it now.
That's more like
All
it.
8?
That's
All 8.
more like
Okay,
it.
all
That
8.
sounds like Scipio. At last, the Romans are advancing. And the Carthaginians are sending in the heavies, their war elephants.
But see the elephants? Go with the elephants.
Strong sets. The elephants are going.
Yeah, go for it.
You're just going to run at them. You're going to take your elephants and run at them.
Elephants coming up in front of you, Daniel. Be aware.
Ali, see those elephants? See those elephants? Support them. Support them.
The elephants are going straight at them.
We need support.
Yeah.
We can't just have them running in. We need infantry behind them.
Do you? Yeah. Behind the elephants?
Yeah.
Who's controlling your infantry?
Just to pick Ali.
Does he know what he's doing?
Now he's a distance away from me, but I'm going to go get them now.
If the Carthaginian elephants go in without the support of Carthaginian foot soldiers, they are going to get cut to pieces. They might cause some disorder among the Roman army, but elephants aren't magic. They can't defend themselves.
But Ali hasn't managed to get his infantry moving fast enough to support the elephants. They're going in on their own, and Scipio's front line is doing a very decent job of defending itself. Those elephants are going berserk.
Yes, they are, and they're dying.
They are, you've seen them off.
Absolutely.
Oh, that's got to hurt. Those elephants have just not had the impact Gary and his Carthaginians would have wanted. Did those elephants work?
I think they've done some damage, but not as much as
The
I
infantry
expected.
wasn't as quick as I wanted behind the elephants.
And over on the right, their planned ambush hasn't worked either. That Numidian cavalry is heading straight for them.
Daniel?
Yeah.
Missile cavalry to slaughter their missile cavalry.
Okay, missile cavalry.
Melee cavalry, form into line, be ready to take the enemy infantry in the flanks. We have them.
This cavalry clash has been coming ever since the opening moves of this battle, and with the Romans having the advantage in numbers, it could be another blow to Carthage.
There's only one place on this battlefield where I wouldn't want to have a cavalry engagement, and it's in those trees.
Exactly.
And you know what? They're going to have a cavalry engagement in those trees.
Ross, attack.
Cavalry attack.
Come on.
See these guys here? Let's
That's
just
a big clash. Here it comes.
All in.
Here it comes.
Guys.
Right, that's it. Come over, Ross.
Have them heading up to the
Big cavalry battle. You've got a cavalry battle over here.
I know, and we're winning it.
And you're winning it. Here we go.
Daniel, bring him in. Are they routed except for their melee cav?
Okay, these guys fire at will.
Daniel,
I need,
run back into the
these
centre
guys
if you
to-
please. By Jupiter, we have them.
Those Numidians are deadly, and the Carthaginians are feeling it.
Yeah, time out.
Time out! Time out over here. Time out. How do you feel?
Like I needed a timeout.
Carthage need to sort themselves out. Their elephants have all been killed without inflicting any real damage, and now they're in danger of losing all their cavalry to the Roman charges on their right. Hannibal's troops are in disarray. Maybe that masterful skirmish was just a flash in the pan.
I think we need to regroup, pull the guys in the middle. We need to get them back into some sort of order of a group.
You're sort of right. You can see. You're scattered. You can see they're together.
I think it's really important for you guys to concentrate your infantry because you're about to be hit by a freight train of Roman infantry. And you've got to get your cavalry together because it has got to screen you from that big North African cavalry force that is capable of causing havoc for you guys.
So you really need to stop using your cavalry to attack. You haven't got that many left.
They're telling you to completely regroup again as a unified force with cavalry on the outsides of your infantry units.
Yeah.
OK?
Yep.
All right, and wait for what is obviously going to hit now because they now have a vast superiority. So the new plan is attempt to regroup and protect those flanks. But having had the initiative before the time out, the question is, will the Romans give them the time they need to do it?
Right, I'll get the cavalry back.
Let's
right, but we
regroup.
need to get infantry back in the middle. Softly.
Right, captains, back in positions. General, have you got a plan? Let's go.
Great, we're going. That's it. Pull back, regroup.
Well done.
Yeah. Pull
Well
back.
done.
What about this one on the left-hand side here?
I'm bringing him back as well.
Yeah, good. That's it. Bring it in. I want my cavalry on the outside.
The Carthaginians were in a mess. They're struggling to reform their cohesion. Now is the time for the Romans to attack. But you know what they're doing instead? The Romans are titivating instead of attacking.
Mate, why don't you go take it at them now?
Because then more young men of Rome will die. And then I have to write the letters to their mothers, do I not?
Right.
Terrible mistake from the Romans.
He's got to sacrifice the lives of Roman soldiers now, rather than let them live and lose the battle.
Thought we were going to follow on your attack.
They're
then?
withdrawing. Let's form our infantry perfectly.
While Scipio has been tidying his lines, Hannibal's Carthaginians have been getting into a solid square formation with cavalry and slingers on their flanks. It's going to be hard to crack. Has James missed his chance?
Okay, form up your whole army, and once it's ready and deployed, we'll start inching forward and we'll kill them by degrees. Cavalry moving in concert with infantry, if you please.
Let's move this flank up with these guys.
I want it all on the left. We're going to smash them on the left. That's where the battle will be won.
James is finally going for it. He's sending his cavalry in for another attack on his left and attempting a massive outflanking move to hit the enemy in the rear. This is all about those Numidian horsemen. Cavalry! This is your moment!
Are we going to continue moving forward?
It's just 50 yards at a time. 50 yards at a time.
Ali, you've got 2 units of spearmen here near the back. I want them to move them over to this right now, because we've got attack coming in for the right.
They're coming. They're coming. Yep. Your right-hand side in mass. En masse. Look at that.
Yeah, I see it.
Look at that. This could be very messy, as Scipio's superior Numidian cavalry attacks the Carthaginian right flank again. But this time, those deadly Balearic slingers are in position.
Daniel, withdraw missile cavalry if you're taking too much fire.
No, we're not. We're fine.
Keep it up.
How much damage are we taking? We're taking slinger damage. Oh, shit. Can we bring them back? James, we've got 2 of our missile cav slightly concerned.
Withdraw them. Time out.
Time out!
Okay.
Half of James's cavalry has been wiped out by those slingers, while the other half has got round the back of the Carthaginians, but isn't actually doing anything. The battle is turning, and the Romans really need to get their troops and their heads together. Why did you call the time out?
Because I think this is the crucial moment. I think I may have blundered on the left flank with my missile cavalry, and I wanted advice on how to crack a quite formidable Carthaginian fighting square.
Did you see the size of the sling stones that the Balearic slingers?
Yep.
Stones like that striking horses is going to cause mayhem. And the horses are your strongest point. What are cavalry best at? Surprise!
And where are my cavalry?
And do you
right
ever
now?
surprise? You sit there.
Well,
You've got to use your cavalry with more force and more suddenness.
Where were all these cavalry
They're
going?
going to come in around the back.
Daniel makes a really good point. If the Roman infantry, with those formidable, grim, gritty buzzsaw tactics, start grinding away at the Carthaginian front at the same time as those cavalry hit from the rear,
sure?
It could be really effective at disrupting the Carthaginians.
Well, that's what you've got to do. So we thought you were doing the right thing because it looked like you were getting a pincer movement with your cavalry. You're coming in the side and the rear and going to do that, which is exactly right. But you just didn't coordinate the timings.
Quite right.
This lot sat there and got decimated.
The ferocity of those slingers surprised your cavalry.
Absolutely.
It did. So a coordinated attack is what James and his Romans need to concentrate on. Can they get their timing right? Right now! Right, go! Go! The battle's back on! Come on! This is your time to cover yourself in glory!
Missile cavalry along to link up, if you please.
This point.
Here we go! Here we go!
Young men of Rome to charge.
Slam in. Peter,
You can see what's coming, can't you, Hannibal? You can see what's coming.
Yeah, but look at this.
At last, those 2 infantry lines are crunching into each other. This is brutal.
Wow, whoa. Yep. Whoa. They've got quads coming in from the side, guys. Now they're bringing in the units from the back.
The left flank is a worry for Carthage, but over on the right...
Ali, see these 2 infantry here that are doing nothing?
Look. What are you going to do with these? What are you going to do with these?
Bring it
what are you
in,
going to do
bring
with
it
these?
in.
What are you going to do
It
with
needs
them?
to engage in the battle.
Go!
Yes, go! Engage!
Go!
That's it, bring it in!
Well done. Good use of the infantry.
Well done,
Good boy.
Ali, well done, good
lad.
job.
Good lad. Good lad.
Absolutely brilliant.
Yes.
Ah, look at that. There are Carthaginians outflanking the Roman line. How could the Romans let themselves be outflanked like that? Well, I can tell you how. They've let all of their cavalry go and they've left their flanks unprotected.
That is masterful from Ali, and it's made a real impact. The Carthaginians are winning on their right flank, but it's looking worrying on the left.
Right, watch these horses coming round. They're coming round into this left. Roscoe.
We're shadowing them.
Watch. No,
Oh,
don't
you're
move
shadowing
too
them?
much. Don't move too much.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Here you go.
Can you bring some...
Whoa!
Ali.
Finally, that heavy cavalry has smacked into the back of the Carthaginians on the left flank, and that could be decisive.
The hammer and the anvil, we have them. We have them.
So you finally engaged, did you? You finally
these
engaged.
Peter, your infantry on the right flank, throw it in. Daniel, cavalry, melee cavalry, bring them out.
The Carthaginians are committing every last man, but that cavalry attack has destroyed their left flank. So each side is now winning on its own right flank, which means they're both losing on their left. This is incredibly close.
Has your general got it together?
I think he's definitely got it together at this point.
We need to start attacking.
What are these units here?
That's the slingers.
Yeah, get those slingers involved in the battle.
Are they in?
Get them involved.
They are involved.
Yeah. They don't like the slingers. Come on.
The slingers are still doing a great job against the cavalry. Those slingers have been invaluable for Carthage, but they will run out of ammunition eventually. Can they achieve enough before they do?
They're fighting divided, we have them. But it's a little bit closer than I thought it would be.
It is very close.
Peter, you've got it.
Set on the right-hand side.
I'm not sure I do, because we've got
right.
slingers on the right.
This is just a number of different melees, isn't it?
See these slingers up here, Roscoe? See, when they run out of ammo, I just want you to bring them in and attack. So you do. Are they still got? Yeah, they're still firing. Right, okay, that's better.
The Carthaginians are routing on this side.
We need to get some of these guys that are routing. We need to try and get them back in involved. Even bring them over to the right here.
This battle is now a series of small, bitterly fought engagements, and with Rome's attack starting to wear the Carthaginians down, Hannibal is making it personal. He's taking on Scipio man to man.
Are we over there?
Yeah, Hannibal and Scipio have met in the middle of the field and are having a tear-up.
Hey guys, we need to go.
These two generals are one-on-one, and I have to say, if it comes down to an arm wrestle, my money's on Gary.
Two of the ancient world's greatest generals are in mortal peril here. Hannibal's just getting a pace.
Just go full attack.
Full attack with what? With whom?
The
whole field's just littered with dead bodies. The Romans are reforming.
Ali, look at me.
The Romans
They're
are
reforming.
reforming.
This
Yeah.
infantry, attack
The
this.
Romans are
this
reforming.
Here.
Well, we're always banging on about how important it is for the Romans to keep cohesion, to keep formation. And to be fair, this is what they're doing all the time. Every time they lose it, they do reform.
As you win combats on the right, roll the infantry round into the left.
This may be the last
And give me
clash
a
of the
reserve. Do
battlefield.
not commit everything. Keep one unit back.
Your infantry on the right.
Hannibal! Have you got anything left to control?
Pretty much just doing the whole sending off. Sending. It's only Ali left. Sending. Kill that general. Get that general.
We're coming to you soon.
Go!
Go on.
Go, get him.
Bring me back Scipio's head!
Come on.
Come on!
Ali, you've got the only Carthaginians left standing.
Get him, stab him, that's it. Got his throat.
This is actually quite close.
Yeah, did you get a general?
This is actually quite close.
Did I get a general?
Scipio's
I
down!
got the
Killed their general.
I killed the general.
Scipio's gone! Scipio,
Yes,
you're dead!
I am.
You're dead,
But in the afterlife, my men are avenging me. I am woken in Elysium.
Well, history has been rewritten, and one of Rome's greatest ever generals lies dead on the field. Can Rome recover from this loss?
Peter,
Yes?
report on these free combats. It's
Bottom left, we are struggling. Possibly struggling. The top middle, we have 4 units against 2. Top right is doing fine.
all of the right into the left, if you please.
Yeah, okay, everyone, crush them.
The Carthaginians have fought valiantly, but the relentless melee has reduced their army to a fragment, and Hannibal pays the ultimate price.
Hannibal's dead, Scipio's dead.
The war is victorious.
All that's left is 3 blokes walking a dog.
That's it. Rome has the field. Well done.
Fantastic work, General.
Well done. Well, congratulations, London game players, the Romans. Commiserations. Hannibal, wrestlers, Carthaginians, very, very close indeed. You give them a real bloody nose, I think, there. What's your expert analysis of this battle?
When the Carthaginians realized they were losing cohesion, they did what they needed to do. They got back together and they gave the Romans a real run for their money.
Because you thought you had it much earlier than you did, didn't you?
It was ours to lose, and we very nearly engineered a loss.
I think what proved decisive was the fantastic Roman
machine
infantry.
here.
Well, I've got to say thanks to Mike, that idea of the meat grinder to just go straight at them, hit them with that kind of staggered formation.
Did they perform well under pressure, these Romans?
Well, they won, which is one indicator.
I'll take that.
Could you feel that you were fighting other people?
Because if you're playing computer, it doesn't seem like it's thinking that many moves ahead. Whereas if you're playing people, one thing, if you're playing 3 people, you've got layers of strategy, as well as different people commanding different parts, rather than it being one central unit.
Well, I loved it. I hope both teams have got your breath back. Lynette, Mike, what really did happen at the Battle of Zama?
They sent their elephants down the middle. And what the Romans did was they split apart. They used those formations, those maniples, to split apart and make corridors. But the elephants needed to be guided up those corridors, so throwing the javelins, and there was also lots of shouts and screams, and the rampaging, charging elephants went right through them and off the battlefield.
Once the Carthaginian elephants were gone, the much stronger Roman cavalry arm were able to engage and drive off the Carthaginian cavalry from off their flanks. Then they engaged. And the Romans, under Scipio, did exactly what you guys did under James. You started to move your second line, and Scipio even his third line, out on the flanks to widen the Roman line against the Carthaginians. And the Carthaginian formation collapsed in on itself, and the Romans just ground through them for a while. But then, at just the right moment, all of that excellent Numidian cavalry that the Romans had swung in and attacked the Carthaginians from behind. And the Romans slaughtered the Carthaginians, and 20,000 Carthaginians were killed on the field. 20,000 were taken prisoner, and only 1,500 Romans were killed in the Battle of Zama.
This battle sealed the fate of Carthage as a world power. Rome sacked the city and took over the Western Mediterranean, which it would rule for 600 years to come. But, unlike your battle, both leaders survived.
Yes, exactly.
There you have it, the battle that decided the fate of the ancient world and the fate of our 2 teams of time commanders. Hannibal is finally bested. Thanks to our 2 teams for joining us today. It was, I think, a fantastic battle. Join us again when we see if we can rewrite history on Time Commanders.
Still to come tonight on BBC4, we follow the money with the 10 richest songs in the world. Next.